Hi, I'm Chelsea Husum, your host of the Lip Service and Lashes podcast. I'm an entrepreneur, author, speaker, and mom of two. And I'm so tired of women not feeling like they can show up as fully expressed versions of themselves. So here, we're all about that unapologetically, because honestly, we don't have time not to. Literally because we're busy as F moms and entrepreneurs, but also figuratively because we don't know how much time we have on this planet and we want to make an impact now. But if we're doing this, we're making it real vibes only. So let's get inspired, laugh our asses off, quite possibly cry, and feel like you're sitting on the couch with your bestie and a glass of wine. I'm so happy you're here. Let's dive in. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Lip Service and Lashes podcast. I'm your host, Chelsea Husum. Today, I am joined by Will Zakrajshek. He is a visionary storyteller, event producer, and founder of Out at the Fair, a nationwide movement bringing LGBTQ+ visibility and joy to fairgrounds across the U.S. He's also the author of the upcoming novel Tres Amigos Una Vida, a bold and heartfelt romance that redefines love and chosen family. With a background in creative branding, nonprofit leadership, and community organizing, Will's work blends soul, strategy, and sparkle to create spaces where everyone feels seen. And he can also officially add author to this list because his first book is coming out soon. Will, I'm so excited you're here.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Thank you. And I should just note, your bio is amazing, but really, we are old college friends, which is even cooler because we go way back. And we do. It's we're getting old now. And we're birthday buddies. I should note. So we are a day apart. And whenever you're listening, it's not this time, but it is May and our birthdays are this week. So what are you doing to celebrate?
Turning my computer off and not doing anything. It'll be the best birthday ever.
That sounds amazing. I love that.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm going out to dinner that night with my family, but I got myself an alone hotel room for later in the month to go just have some quiet time, get a facial, and just chill, be creative.
That sounds good.
That's kind of one night. Yeah. I'm like, that sounds real good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's go back. We're birthday buddies. We were in the same dorm. And I don't even know when we met. All I remember is just seeing you constantly in me and my roommate Kristen's room. And we were so long ago. Do you remember the day we met? I don't.
No.
My brain's foggy.
We lived on the same floor. And
yes.
I feel like we just bumped into each other all the time. And then it was finally why aren't we hanging out?
I know. And I remember you'd always come in and we'd just chat and whatever. Okay. So I have to say, and I know you enough, we are no filter. Okay. So I remember so long ago, you'd come in and you'd be like, oh, I'm just dating all these girls and whatever. And then one day you came in, you're like, ladies, I have something to tell you. I'm gay. And we're like, oh, what? And we knew, but we love you no matter what. So
it's so true though.
Yes.
And it's funny because when I came to college, my name was Bill. And then I met Ashley from second floor. And she was like, you're no Bill. I'm changing your name today. You're Will. And I was like, okay. And then
you aren't a Bill. You're Will. No. And I couldn't even read William in your bio. I'm like, I'm sorry. You're just Will. You're not William to me. You never will be. Okay. And then fast forward, remind me, because I was trying to think of this last night. When we lived in that, so after we got out of the dorms, we lived in that house. Was that just a summer or was that longer? I think I lived a summer with you.
I think it was a summer because we did a school season, but I don't think you were there during the school season.
I don't think so. I think I was just there for the summer and then I moved out. Granted, guys listening, we were drinking a lot. We were in college, so it kind of is a blur.
I mean, we had T-shirts that said "Win at a drinking team" with our room numbers on it in case we got lost. So,
just to give you an idea we had a lot of fun together. And I remember we lived with Chris and another His name's escaping me. Yeah.
Adam.
Okay.
And Josh, who used to play the
Josh. There we
guitar
go.
and sing in the basement. Every time
Yes.
I hear John Mayer, I just think of Josh singing his guitar in the basement.
Yes. And like you ended up going on to be a DJ, and you can talk about if you even still do that. But like, man, the mixed CDs I got from you during that time with a lot of Britney Spears, a lot of jams was fantastic.
I feel like it was foreshadowing of like my DJ career to come, like
It
not
was.
even knowing it.
It was. You like made some really good mixes, and you were always like, here's a new CD. I'm like, yes. So we always had good music going in that house for sure.
Always.
Okay, so we'll come back because I want to talk about that one birthday party of ours that went wrong. We'll come back to that later. But okay, so tell us about Out at the Fair. This is a nationwide movement. What was the moment you realized this was so needed and was a cultural shift and not just
Yeah.
a company?
Yeah, it started by us just literally going to the fair in 2011 and being like, where's our community here? This is the San Diego County Fair. Like, you're a pretty accepting place. So
Yeah.
all we did was check in as a gay day and being like,
Okay.
unofficial gay day, come to the fair, no big deal. And then the following year, somebody messaged me on Facebook and was like, are you guys going to do that unofficial gay day thing again? And I was honestly didn't think about it,
Yeah.
but we did. And that's when the fair found us and they welcomed us at the gate, gave us pins and gave us like our first group photo. And
Oh, that's cool.
And I've been going to fair planning meetings ever since then, but I didn't really realize the impact we were having until I want to say like 2017, 18, when it was like starting to spread to more rural fairs.
Mm.
And it was the safe space we were creating that wasn't there for them. Like we would have kids come up to our booth and be like, I never thought I could come to the fair and be myself. And
Oh,
yeah, just like stuff like that, where you're like,
huge.
yeah, where for most people, they take it for granted. But, you know,
Absolutely. No, I love that. I love that. And then you have supporters coming up too. But the biggest thing is, yes, having like a safe space where everyone can feel loved and accepted, right? And supported.
100%.
I love that. Okay, so tell us about your book and the story behind this.
Okay. Well, if you don't know, I'm in a throuple. And for what people who don't know what a throuple is, I'm like I technically have two boyfriends, but they're not my boyfriends anymore because we've been together for a decade, so they're my partners.
Yes.
And we have literally this lifetime of experiences together. And Caleb and I had met while he was in the Navy. So Caleb and I have been together this year will be 19 years, which
I
is
was going to
crazy.
say it's a long time because I've met Caleb like
Hmm.
so long ago. Okay.
Yep. I was like, wait, it's 19 years this year? There's no way. Like, we're
That's
still in our
crazy.
30s, right?
Yeah, totally.
Okay. And so during the pandemic, like we had an idea for a book, but like there's so many things going on, and I feel like everyone was so scatterbrained. And this spring, I had a really tough time with Out at the Fair. Like we lost 6 locations this year. I was getting death threats, like
Mm,
just horrible. So mid March, I shut off my computer, didn't put up a vacation hold, and walked away. And I
mm.
sat down and I started writing this book, and it's a book about a throuple, how they meet, their adventure together, and it's literally real life experiences from our life to the point of when Caleb almost got pulled over the flight deck, how we met Daniel in a club, like how we do stuff in our real life. We just changed it to be fictional characters and different people's names so you can get more elaborate and not get in trouble for
Yeah.
it.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so and Daniel, you guys have been with Daniel 10 years?
Yep. I've known
Yeah.
Daniel for 15 years and we've been
Okay.
with Daniel for 10 years and we've owned our house together now for 7 years.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I I love watching you guys on Instagram because well, your dogs are always like everything to you, but then like all your gardening and stuff, I'm like, oh my God, the pumpkins, this, that. You're always got something going or some like home improvement
We're
thing you're doing.
always, we grow pumpkins for our whole neighborhood. Last year we grew 54 pumpkins in our
Oh
front
my
yard and we gave them to
God.
like all the neighbor kids and like all that stuff. It's like kind of our thing we do.
Oh my God, I love that. That like I'm obsessed with Halloween. So I kind of just
Same.
want to grow my own pumpkins. We probably had some fun on Halloween. We just don't recall it right now.
Okay, we probably had our Winetta drinking team shirts on, so it's
We
all a
probably
blur.
we probably did. Okay, so how do you balance everything? Because you're doing events, you're writing, you're running a company, you're in relationship, right? So like how do you balance everything? Or if you're feeling maybe off, how do you kind of get refocused and just feeling good?
I've stopped making myself feel guilty for needing a personal day, even if that
Mm,
happens on a Tuesday. Like you wake up and you're like, you know what? I didn't sleep good last night. Today is not really going to be a great day. Unless there's an email that's like burning a hole in your system, then like it can all wait till tomorrow and go find your mental space and come back better, come back refreshed, and like know that you're not being judged for it. Like people would rather enjoy the fun person working than, the person that woke up that day that doesn't even want to deal with it.
I
So
totally agree.
yeah,
Go on.
it's about just not feeling guilty about it. And I feel like the pandemic for me was the biggest shift in that was
Mm.
that yeah, like I would answer emails within minutes, but then you don't get responses for days, and then you're like, why don't people treat you that same way? And instead of I don't know, like guilt on it for yourself or feeling like animosity, you're just like, it's cool. I'll get to it when I get to it. I'll answer your text messages when I get to it, and nothing's gonna burn down from it.
I love that. And it obviously, if it's like a big deal and is timely and like has to be answered, great. But yeah, you'll get back to him. I totally agree. And it'll all be just fine. And like you
Yeah.
said, why are you pushing through when you feel like shit? Like get some rest today and come back better tomorrow. I love
Yeah,
that.
I'd rather work on a Saturday to catch up if I have to in that morning than know Tuesday was just a really bad day and maybe I gave out the wrong perception through emails or text
Yeah.
messages. You know what I mean? Something like that.
Oh, totally, totally. Let's see. Okay, so talk to me about when did you tell your family you were gay and like about the process of coming out and kind of like how did they maybe receive that early on and how has that changed over time? Like if it has.
Coming out for me was in South Dakota, as you know. It was
Small
a
town.
yeah, it was a very tough time for me. Like when I told my friends, it was really weird because a lot of them I lost the next day. Like all my
Mm,
guy friends never talked to me again. And I was like, I just didn't really understand that because like for me as a person, I didn't change. I was the same
yeah.
guy you hung out with yesterday. I just finally let you know that I'm not competition for the girls you're hitting on.
Yeah.
Like you think it would be a win-win.
Right.
So, so I South Dakota was really tough for me, and I didn't really understand how big our community was till I moved out here. Like, I
Mm,
had never been to Hillcrest or an area that's designated in a city that's just for the LGBTQ plus community. And like that kind of gives you the strength to know you're not alone. And like my family at first, they didn't take it very well. I mean, no offense, mom, but she sent out an e-blast to everyone in our family to let them know I wasn't allowed to tell them. So that was a little like, but I get it. Like water over the bridge now.
oh my gosh.
Like it doesn't need to go out in the family Christmas card, like
yeah.
type thing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but now I mean my mom's great. Like she loves us. She actually like knows about Caleb and Daniel and like loves hanging out with us.
Oh
And my
good.
dad, our relationship is just it's like an uphill battle because, I'm the gay son and they're from the Midwest and every stigma that comes with that
Oh
wonderful
yeah.
thing. So all
Yeah.
you can do is be successful, be happy in your own life, and the rest is honestly on them.
Calling all badass moms and entrepreneurs ready to stop surviving and start thriving. Y'all, I am officially opening spots for one-on-one mentorship. This is designed exclusively for the women who know they're meant for more, but feel stuck in the chaos of balancing business, motherhood, and everything in between. I'm not just another coach. I'm a proven business owner who's built an award-winning company, written a best-selling book, launched a podcast, and built a platform, all while raising a family. If you're ready to get unstuck and take bold action, master time management and boundaries, build an unshakable CEO mindset, and prioritize your energy without guilt, then let's make your next level happen. Faster, smarter, and with zero apologies. This is not for the excuse makers. It's only for women ready to go all in on themselves. Remember, spots are limited, so if you are interested, head on over now to Instagram and send me a DM with the word mentorship. I cannot wait to talk to you, girl. Oh, totally. And like ultimately, you are only responsible for you and how you show up in the world. You can't carry the burden of how everyone like projects their feelings onto you, right?
100%. If you do, like every day is going to be crap.
Oh,
Every day will be
totally.
crap. Like that's one thing. I mean, admit that I have to go to therapy because of my job. But like my therapist has told me that the emails you're getting and the death threats you're getting, it's not towards you personally. It's just a general consensus like towards our community. So it's like being able to, like distinguish things, making sure your mental health is okay because you can't be a good partner, you can't be a good business partner, and you can't have a great life if you're stressing about everything out of your control.
Yeah, you'd be absolutely miserable and you'd hate life, you'd hate people, right? And it is still just it is crazy to me because I love and accept everyone and I always will. And I want to that's like the one thing I want to teach to my kids, right? Be kind to others. You never know what people are going through, but it's so crazy to me how many people still just are so horrible.
Yeah,
It's insane.
horrible. I've blocked thousands of them on social media, and like to the point of like, it's just ridiculous. It's like, get a life. Like, I have something better to do than sit on social media and dog everyone.
Yeah, right?
Like, it's just
Yeah.
disgusting.
It is. Yeah, I saw a social media post by this younger she was I don't know, she's probably in her 20s and when the Pope died, she's like, I don't know why people are speaking good about the Pope. He supported the LGBTQ community. I'm like, and unfriend. I
Okay.
just like, okay. I like literally the fact that you just posted that makes me be like, oh my God, seriously. Like it's
Yeah, I feel
insane.
like the unfriend and block button has been like your best friend lately because don't even engage, move
No,
on.
you will never like ever win with those people ever. They are a whole new level of psycho. If they're like starting fights and like, stewing the fight online, it's just block and move
Hmm.
away. Like,
Yep, 100%. It's crazy.
it really is. It really is. And I mean, and the fact that you've gotten death threats, and I know it's been a really weird year for you. And I have other friends in that community and they're scared and they're sad and they're just it's been really hard. It's
Yeah,
been
it's
very hard.
weird that like some of the artists that I've worked with for years, even some of like the drag kings and queens,
Mm.
don't want to be on the stage this year because they don't trust it. And I was like, that's crazy to me. After over a decade of doing this, we're back to this point. I'm like, that's
Yeah.
just sad.
Yeah, I mean, it's the progress has gone back so much, and people are scared, like legit scared again, which breaks my heart completely.
Yeah,
It's absolutely a sad place to be.
it's pathetic.
It
Do
is.
better.
I know. Do better. Don't be an asshole. You don't
Okay,
have to
that should be the
believe.
motto.
Don't do better. Don't be an asshole. We should make shirts.
Okay. And have an arrow pointing to that person.
Yeah, just go stand next to them.
Okay.
Like, and you don't have to be like, that's your lifestyle, whatever, but you don't need to judge people. Like, you know what I mean? You don't need to act
Hmm.
like you're better than someone else. That's, I guess, where it pisses me off.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, to the people that are throwing us hate towards us, your lifestyle doesn't affect me in any way, and I'm not making a stink out of it, so who
Yeah.
cares?
You do you. Cool.
Yeah,
I'll do me. Great. Like, let's all just move on and live our life, right? Like, if only
yeah,
that was that easy.
we can hope.
Oh, gosh, we could. Okay. So, we have to talk about this because I was laying in bed last night thinking about it and it just made me giggle. Now, when we threw that big birthday party for us, were you turning 21 that year? And was I
Yeah,
20?
yeah.
Okay.
I
So
turned 21.
I was like locked in my bedroom for a while. So tell everyone listening what went down that night. And then I'll explain what I did. That's a whole nother.
Well, us in a genius idea, school's out and we're in a town of 6,000 people. So Chelsea and I decided to throw a birthday party and invite like everyone.
Pretty
And
much.
at
Yeah.
yeah, and at like 3 o'clock in the morning, the cops knocked on our door because there were probably a couple hundred people in our house.
Yes, there were.
And yeah, and I just kind of like closed the door and turned around to everyone and was like, "Well, the cops are here, and I'm 21." So
But a
all of a
lot
sudden,
of
I
you
just
are
saw,
not.
yeah, all of a sudden we just saw people run.
Yes.
And I opened the door to the cops and they brought me outside, and that was the only time in my life I've ever been handcuffed. And I was handcuffed and put in our front yard, and I got a ticket for being a common nuisance, which I
I
kind
didn't
of feel
know
like
that.
was fitting.
A
Yeah.
common nuisance. You're like, well, that's accurate from time to
Well,
time.
okay. I guess you called me out on that one.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't even know they have tickets for like what?
It was like
Okay.
$900.
Wow. I'm sorry.
That's
Well,
okay.
I ran over I jumped over the fence, the little metal fence in the backyard apparently, and it was quite jagged because I ripped a bunch of my clothes. And then I ended up being with my old roommate, Kristen, thank God, because I was drunk at this point and pissed off that they wrecked our party. And I was
Okay.
walking barefoot through the town. I don't know where we went. She took me somewhere to somebody's house that we knew or whatever. And like we hung out there. But yeah,
I
it was
just
pretty.
remember too, after the cops left and after I got my ticket and everything, there were still people crawling out of the ceiling in our basement because they crawled up in there and
Oh
hid
my.
so they wouldn't get minors. And I was like, where are
Oh.
you coming
Oh my
from?
God. People just keep coming. Where?
I know. I was like, well, I should have hid there.
I know. You're like, but they saw me. I couldn't get away fast enough. Oh
It's
my
okay.
gosh.
At least I never got a minor and I never did any of that. At least my 21st birthday was memorable. Like,
It
it's
is
fine.
very, very memorable. Yes, I don't think I ever actually got one. I ran a lot. So I should have got a few. Let's be
Okay.
honest. I don't, but I didn't. So
Because we were prepared.
or we just scattered very quickly. A lot of
I always
running
had my
through
running shoes on. Yep.
over fences and fields. All
Oh,
right,
South Dakota.
I know. There was just so little to do there. And our college town, would you say, had one, two, maybe three blocks of bars? Like
Yeah.
literally, like
Yep.
three blocks of bars that we just put in this winter. The girls have like tank tops, short skirts, and heels on in 40 below frickin' winter with snow, and we're running
Okay.
around in all these bars. Yeah. Where was your favorite bars?
Gosh, if there was one night, I don't remember. It was underground. It was like you went down the
Yeah.
steps. I just remember that I had to
Oh.
take prairie fire shots there, and those were horrible.
That's funny. I remember my friend Amanda, you'd know her. She lives in Denver. She worked at the
Okay.
safari at the
Okay.
SAF, and like all when I would go out with these we're telling all the secrets here. So that sorry listeners and parents if you're listening, but I would go to the safari with some dance team girls, and they were 21, but then they would literally pass this girl Susie would pass her ID back to me, and I was like, I don't know, 19 or something or 20, and then Amanda would look and she's like, "Hey Susie." She knows I'm clearly not Susie. She didn't give a shit, right?
Okay. Those bars were really strict on being 21.
They were. The one across the street though, there was one across the street that was very, I don't remember what it was called. They were strict, but I still got in. We had our ways for sure.
You always knew somebody.
Oh yeah, you did for sure. Okay, so I have a question. So if somebody listening is dreaming of starting a movement or building a brand or writing a story that kind of just breaks the rules and does it their way, what's your advice for them getting past fear that's maybe holding them back and like just doing what they feel they're called to do?
Just understand that people are going to think you're crazy. Like, you know how many times in my life I've been told I'm crazy? And I'm like, yeah, well, let's just do it again. Like, it's not a big deal. And even if you fail at it, it's not a failure because you're going to take everything you learned and put it into your next business and you'll be even that much more successful. So I feel like every time you have a hiccup or every time you get down on yourself, take it as a learning experience. Something happened for a reason. Like instead of me getting super negative this spring when everything was going really bad, I put
Mhm.
my energy into something else and knocked out a book in 2 months. And
Yeah.
it was the most fun I've ever had doing. And I was like, it's if it's not fulfilling you and it's not, doing that for you, then there's a reason why. And don't fight it. Go with the stuff that makes it happen. Don't be scared if you want to start something no one thinks is important, like bringing the gay community to fairs, because there's a need, there's a reason, and just keep pushing.
Yeah, because someone out there needs that. Someone out there, like you guys are creating this, like some kid out there needs to know I'm loved, I'm accepted, am needed on this world, in this world. I have a safe space, right? Can you,
Yeah.
I mean, you're creating that for them.
I mean, we've had kids in Sonoma, maybe like 13, 12-ish. They ran up to our booth and they grabbed like three rainbow flags, but they tucked them in their backpack right away. And we're like, wait, what are you doing? And they're like, well, our family wouldn't want us to be here, but we really appreciate you being here and creating this safe space for us. And just like
Mm.
moments like that where it's not about me, it's not about my team, it's about making people feel accepted in their own communities.
Yes. I love that. In their own communities, in their own skin, and like we love and accept you. It's a movement now. So
Yeah,
hopefully we get past some of this craziness of this year and like you keep doing what you're doing because it's needed. I love that.
thank
Okay,
you. We're
so
definitely trying.
you're like it's just a little hard right now.
Okay.
Okay,
People
what do
have
you
lost
hope
their damn minds.
yeah. What do you hope people take away from your book?
That love doesn't have boundaries. Personally, I never thought would be in a throuple. I never really thought it was a thing.
Mhm.
But like I have enough love to give to somebody else than just my one partner, and I don't have children, and I can only love my dog so much. And it's just like we fulfill each other in a way that like if I was just with Caleb, I
Mhm.
wouldn't be the better man I am today because Daniel gives me something that Caleb can't, and it's vice versa. We call it
Yeah.
like the triangle of support, that we always have someone there when you need them. And it's just like we've met a few thruples, and I feel like when it's forced, it won't happen. Like we were friends with Daniel for years, and then finally we're like, should we try this thing, or like what's happening?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it like it just worked out, and it feels so natural. It's weird. It's just like it's like our families get along, our friends get along. It just feels like it's like just a part of life.
I love that. And yeah, you're all so separate people, but you all bring like such certain things to the relationship, right? And it is like I love that. And again, you could have been like, oh, no, let's not do that because everyone's going to judge us and everyone, whatever. But
Yeah.
you're like, no, this is true to us. This is what my heart feels called to do. And that's what we're doing. And I love that.
Yeah. And I mean, honestly, we lost friends from it. Like when it first started, people were like, Daniel's a home wrecker. He's just ruining everything, blah, 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 this. And I was like, we're not here to explain to you why it works. But if
Yeah.
that's your hangups, then like that's on you. That's not my
Then
problem.
bye.
Yeah. Like
Exactly.
have a great life. I'm not here for you to celebrate my wins then.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay, so you guys have to start a podcast sometime. I think that'd be fun.
We've talked about it. I just don't really know where to start. But
Oh, well,
like,
I'll chat with you.
okay.
Now I've done it. I know now. So yeah, we'll chat because I think that'd be fun. But okay, so this will be coming about around when your book comes out, but when it does come out, where can people find it? Like how can we support you? How can people listening find out about Out at the Fair or follow you or whatever?
For Out at the Fair, you can just go to outatthefair.com. You can see
Okay.
like the closest one to you. If you want one at your fair, just email your fair and tell them.
Cool.
Sometimes the best sales pitch comes from the community. If you want to learn about our throuple life, that's easy. Just three dudes, one life on Instagram. We have a website, everywhere there. Our book comes out in mid-June, and it'll be available all over Amazon for
Awesome.
paper, hardcover, and Kindle for
Okay.
90 days, and then it'll go everywhere else. We did that little Amazon thing.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I can't
Yeah,
wait to get it. That's gonna be
it's
awesome.
crazy.
Yeah.
I never thought I could write like a 380-page book.
It's a little crazy. I was talking to my mom because she wrote 2 children's books, and then now she's writing a book on her cancer journey. And she like keeps calling me. She's like, what the heck? You didn't tell me it's going to be like 5 million words. And this is so much harder than, like it takes so much more to get the actual book and the words than a kid's book, right? She's like, what the heck? I can't believe you.
Yeah. I think I've read it 13 times now. Like,
yeah, from like just writing it and then, revising it and then editing it like 5 times. Yeah. By the time it's out, you're like, I know this thing front and back.
I'm like, I'm ready for another one. I need a new story.
Yeah, right. Well, good. Maybe you guys will just start pumping out the books, and
that would be a fun little life.
That would be. Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much for coming on. And I truly appreciate you sharing openly, and, people need to hear it. And I appreciate you. And I know it's not always been easy, but I love you. You've always been we have had so many good times together, and I always support you guys, and I'm very happy for all the cool stuff you guys got going on.
Well, thank you for having me. It really does mean a lot. And we need to catch up more often. Like, you think about all the crazy times we've had together. It's like a book in itself.
That would be a book. I was literally thinking, laying in bed, like trying to sleep last night. I couldn't. And I'm like, oh my God, I should just like have all these people on my podcast that have known me for a really long time, because the world and listeners would get a whole different view of Chelsea. Like, if they knew the stories from back in the day to like versus now that I'm a 95-year-old boring woman.
You're not a 95-year-old woman.
In my soul, I am, and I love it. But like, I wasn't always this boring. I used to be pretty fun. We had some fun.
Oh, heck yeah.
And we didn't get thrown in jail. Like, I'm so proud of us.
Right? Unlike
awesome. Yeah, I'm sure we had some people. Well, thank you so much. I will post, if you're listening, I'm going to post all these websites and links in the show notes. So go check them out, give Will a follow, and buy their book when it comes out. It's going to be amazing. So thank you so much again. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes. And everyone listening, remember, no BS, just real vibes. I'll see you next time on Lip Service and Lashes. If you loved the episode, share it on Instagram and tag me so I can say thank you and meet you. Or share it with a girlfriend who you know would love this too. Always remember, no BS, just real vibes. See you next time on Lip Service and Lashes.